Hello, my name is Matt Sweet, and I'm going to be breaking down the player detection by AI in Left4Dead 1, which is the game that my team is actually working on for our capstone project. Essentially, I want to look at how the player detection system works for the enemy AIs. In our game, they are set to a trigger volume, which allows the player to be able to move around, essentially, possibly being able to get through them without having to kill them or without killing as many. So I'm trying to see if Left4Dead has the same thing. So if we look at gameplay from Left4Dead, we could see that at certain points, the zombies were able to detect the players. In the example that I'm using here, once he gets outside, as you can see, he's roughly about 5 steps away from this zombie. If we look, 1, 2, 3, 4, roughly 4 to 5 steps. As we continue here, see, these zombies aren't attacking immediately. So as the player gets closer, we see that the zombies are in the mob essentially are coming after the player, even if they're away from 5 steps away from them. So it's got to be based off of maybe a sound trigger is what I'm thinking, like a sound detection. If the player is shooting their gun, or if the companion AI is shooting their guns, that will attract mobs of zombies in versus the single spawner zombies, which, as we'll see in this next part here, the mob that was over here started coming after the player. But then you have this lone straggler in the background who is not coming after the player. Essentially, they're too far away. The detection system is not picking them up. So as the player comes closer to it, he's going to shoot it from so far away. The zombie had just turned to look at him, and I'd say he's roughly 5 to 7 steps away from the zombie before it started to turn. So for a first-person close quarters shooter such as this, having that detection system definitely allows for a better gameplay experience. Because if you just set the zombies to random, I mean, you might have zombies running around all over and they're not attacking your player. Or vice versa, you may have zombies that are just flooding your player and making for a more unfun experience.